it's a different domain when compared to all the engineering software industry, right? So why Salesforce?
So in that way, I have entered into Salesforce. Some have completed that project. I was on bench for most of the time, like literally about 1 year, I can say I was on bench only.
So how many jobs you would have applied through Naukri for 3 months because you tried everything from your side?
So I was not getting enough calls. Actually, I haven't got any call. Like I think for 3 months, I have given one interview. Sort of things happened for me.
How many number of jobs you have applied overall in the last 3 months? How many number of interviews given to get to this hike? Given that number, experience is always far greater than technical skill sets. People will just see your experience, then they'll give you an offer letter. Like you already have an experience, right? That is also a problem because you are getting rejected after experience also. So, what did you feel that time, and what did you tell to yourself?
My happiest moment is that I was getting calls because when I when I have been rejected in my first and second interviews, frankly speaking, I was not sad actually.
It's not happening. That person is getting offer. This person is getting offer. I'm doing everything what Girish is telling, but I'm not getting an offer.
For uploading of resume also we use like high snap all those things. I don't know actually. I don't have any idea about that.
How important is to drop the follow-up mails or regularly following with a recruiter, even though they're ghosting you, they're not responding immediately?
They are not telling whether I got selected or not.
Hello, guys. Good evening. Once again, welcome back to Grow with Gireesh podcast, where we share the success stories, the struggles, and also the journey of IT employees, mostly IT working professionals who are having a career transition and also achieving a tremendous amount of hikes in this through this journey. And today we have one of the guests today with us, Miss Sindhu, who has more overall 3.3 years of experience as a Salesforce developer, which is the most in-demand CRM tool technology currently. And she previously worked with Capgemini with overall completely 3.3 years of experience. And she started with us approximately 4 months back. She has some up and downs. She has given approximately 13 plus interviews before cracking, however, the highest offer with 80% hike. And today in this podcast, we will understand what are the challenges she faced, how did she overcome, whether technical skills are important greater than the experience, and all these topics very thoroughly. With that being said, welcome to Sindhu to the podcast. Hi, Sindhu. Welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, hi, Gireesh. Good evening.
Hi. Good evening. So, first of all, Sindhu, thank you so much for doing this because this podcast is going to help a lot of people who is going to have the similar journey like you. Okay. As usual,
Yes.
basic question. Please introduce yourself to the audience and just give us a brief about your professional background.
Yes, Gireesh. Yeah, my name is Panyam Sindhu. I'm
Mhm.
basically from Andhra Pradesh.
Mhm.
I have completed my graduation like BTech in 2020
Okay.
in ECE stream. And after that, like I get into Capgemini, worked at Capgemini for about like from 2021 to now. I have worked for like about 3.3 years in Capgemini.
Mhm.
After that, I just have some gap in my career, like 3 months of gap.
Mhm.
And now again, like I get into an organization.
Okay, got it. So, Sindhu, tell me, why Salesforce rather than other technology? Why not front-end development, software development? Why Salesforce? Because definitely it's a different domain when compared to all the engineering students from mostly from people from Andhra and Telangana go to software industry, right? So why Salesforce?
So frankly speaking, when I have completed my BTech, I have said right, I have joined in Capgemini. So
Mm.
I was not having any knowledge on these technologies. Actually,
Mm.
at that point of time, only persons go for Java
Mm.
coaching
Mm.
and then enter into like software field with like
Correct.
that. So I also went the same process like I have taken, and that too one concern for like 2020 and 2021 candidates is like COVID time.
Mm.
So at that point of time, actually, I have been like wasted so many months also. Like
Mm.
after completing, we
Correct.
haven't completed the semester exams and all those things happened,
Mm.
and even our certificate also were late. So
Mm.
I just decided I need to get into job like that. So
Mm.
after entering into Capgemini, I thought I would be getting into Java background only.
Mm.
But as we know, like clients will be there, they would be
Mm.
coming for projects, right? So I haven't heard about Salesforce sort of thing also.
Mm.
They only explain me like Salesforce is like similar to Java. It
Mm.
is like 90% it would be same, so you can try, you can go for it like that.
Mm.
And they have mentioned me some resources to go through Salesforce actually.
Mm.
So then I was having basic skills at that time, but I was a fresher, right? So they were like okay to take me into the project as well, like with basic
They will
understanding.
train you. They will train you and make you know.
Huh.
Mm.
So in that way, I have entered into Salesforce, and overall, like I have got chance in that Salesforce only. Once you have entered into that, now
Mm. Mm.
in that company, I was going through that Salesforce domain itself. So yeah,
How many
that's
months
how.
of training did they give you?
They haven't given me any training sort of things. They just given me like some modules to complete. Just understand the things and explain us like what you have understand by that, because they
Training.
at that point of time they don't have time to give training and take into the project actually.
Okay.
So with basic skills they have expected, and I have gone through some videos on all those things. So that's how I entered
So
into sales.
after joining Capgemini, how many months after that you got a project? So basically,
Actually,
there is a bench period, right? Every person has to
huh.
go through a service-based company. So what is that bench period and when did you get your first project?
Actually, my first project, I got like immediately I went to project. Like after joining, I think I just waited for 1 month only
Good.
for that completing of
Mm.
their things will be there, right?
Mm.
So all those things. I have went into project just after joining 1 month only. But
Mm.
later on, when I have completed that project, I was on bench for most of the time, like literally about 1 year, I can say I was on bench only. So that's when I found you, like, okay, this is not going correctly, all these things, and I approached you. Yeah.
Mm. Good. See, I always wanted to ask you this question. Most of the people from service companies, right? So you got a project immediately. You worked there, you
Hmm.
got experience. Then why there is no other project for next 1 year? So what is this? Why does people, companies keep you in the bench? Like why? What do you think is the major reason?
So actually, I have been in project for about 1.5 year when I
Mm.
have joined.
Mm.
So after that, as I said, my experience is 3.3.
Mm.
1.5 to 1.5 year, I have worked
Well,
completely. I was focused on
mm.
working only. But after that, my project got ended.
Mm.
Then I came to bench.
Mm.
So then what happened is like at that point of time, I was considered as fresher itself, not much experience, only because I was holding only 1.3 or
Right. Mm.
1.4 years
Mm.
experience only.
Mm. Mm.
So for some time, I don't know, I have approached so many people
Internally.
through like
Mm.
hmm,
Mm. Mm.
asking them. They
Mm.
said like, okay, we will get to you, we will get to you like that. And that's how like 3 months time went.
Mm.
After that, I got tagged to one project,
Mm.
but they were like no work,
Okay,
simply
just
tagged.
in the project,
Uh-huh.
that's it.
Uh-huh. And it was around 4 to 5 months. It was that with that project code. So no one has come to me that you are not having project,
Mm.
because I was having that project code. I was just filling the time cards. That's how it happened. Like for about 3 to 4 months.
Mm.
After that, I was completely on bench code with bench code.
That's
Actually,
it.
this happened like around like 6 months. Again, like 4 to 5 months, I was on again on
That is
bench.
when I think you reached out to me so that you want to get out of this.
Ha, yes.
Okay, got it. So why do companies do this? Then why are they hiring you and keeping you in bench for like 6 months, 7 months, and asking after some time, okay, now you can leave because you don't have the project? What do you think is the main problem?
I think it was related to that, as we all know that they need to show people
The
to
trust.
clients.
Okay.
Yes, like
Okay.
these many people are there, these many people are there. We all know that reason, but whoever will be inside that loop, na, they
Mm.
would be much worried about their careers actually.
Mhm.
For just other people, na, it would be easy. Okay, you are not having work, right? You
Uh,
are happy, you got tagged like that, but it would be okay for just one month or 1.5 month. But
after
more
you
than that, no,
leave.
frustrated by that.
Got it.
I
Got it.
feel that.
So my question is, when you are getting into the space of 1 year where you don't have any project and everything, so when did you decide that, okay, Sindhu, enough is enough. Now let's shift. It's not working here. Let's not stay here. So what did that moment which made you to think that, okay, let's shift right now?
Actually, honestly speaking, that point came to me after that I came to bench after 3 months only. I
Hmm.
have literally tried to shift. after I'm experienced as like 2 years itself.
Hmm. Hmm.
So from then I used to try like used Naukari, all the things. But what happened? That was in my mind when I was like 2 years experienced only. I
Hmm.
want to
Hmm.
shift because I was not liking to sit ideal actually. So I have tried various approaches, LinkedIn, all those things. But at that point of time only, those recessions, all the things have started.
Hmm. Hmm.
And I have been using Naukari only. Naukari is the one platform which I have been using at that point of
Got
time.
it. Got it.
So I was not getting enough calls. Actually, I haven't got any call. Like I think for 3 months, I have given one interview, sort of things happened for me.
So how many jobs you would have applied through Naukri for 3 months because you tried everything from your side?
For 3 months, I think like approximately I would have applied 150 to 200 jobs, I guess. Because at that point of time, I was not having any work.
Hmm. So
So
you are
obviously,
24/7 into the job search strategies.
yeah,
Uh-huh. Okay.
I would stay most of the time there only, actually. So in that way, even after applying that many also, I haven't got any responses.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
I was like, what is happening? I don't know. Actually, that took me so much of my time
Hmm.
actually.
Hmm. 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 Hmm.
Mhm.
So when you do all these things and you're not getting calls, right? So when did you decide, okay, fine, I've done everything by myself, it's not working. So let's take some help. Did somebody suggested you to go for a career coaching, or you searched online and you figured out something? Like how did you actually reach out to me?
No, actually, I have gone through a video at when I was about to do something because I was doing my from my end. I was 100% correct. I was applying jobs. I was doing resume. Even I have seen so many videos in YouTube like how to make ATS
Hmm.
friendly resume and
Hmm.
all those things.
Hmm. Hmm.
I don't know where the issue is actually whether the market is bad. I don't know because at that point of time people used to say me like, "Oh, not only you Sindhu, no one is getting calls in such a way." So for some days I was like, okay, and not only me,
Hmm.
others also not getting. So I was
Hmm.
just going passing the days actually. So then I got a video who belongs to my domain actually,
Hmm.
Madhu Mohan's
Hmm. Hmm.
video I have seen. Okay, I just wanted to see at least. I haven't want to join actually.
Hmm.
I want to see like how what he is saying in
Hmm.
such a way. So I then opened, and whatever he said now that reflects
Your story.
my story actually. What same story like on bench and this many days he struggled. All these things he told. So that's when I realized, okay, not only me, so many people are there uh, in
Very
this phase actually.
good, good. Okay, now let's talk about after you started the job search journey, right? So because now before that you told me you used to apply 150 to 200 jobs and you gave one interview in 3 months. And you're doing everything. You're not like you're not working hard. You're not putting
Huh.
effort. You're doing everything what you can. Okay. So but then you started with me. We started working on your stuff and everything, right? So we did some process. We followed a process also. So now you tell me the aftermath. So after you started working with me, what are the top three major changes you have done in your job search journey, which has helped you to get interview calls? Which has helped you to get interview calls maximum. So, what are the top three changes you have done after you started with me?
So firstly, like in Naukari, only first at that point of time, I have like my own resume actually. That
Mm,
was not that much ATS friendly. So
mm,
when I'm like I joined the coaching with you, I have got this first thing is like resume. That is what which makes us to select people to select, right? So
correct.
that one is like major difference that got me because when I uploaded that one, I found a change in my Naukari profile actually. Histories, all these things, number of recruiters viewed, all these things
Insights.
has been changed actually.
Got it.
So that is one. And another thing which made me to get referrals is like LinkedIn.
Mm,
Because at that point I was just having only account of LinkedIn.
mm, mm.
I don't have any post even
You don't have presence on
even
LinkedIn. Mm,
yeah, it was very much weak.
mm,
So it took me so much time to update my profile in LinkedIn also because I was at 0% then.
mm.
So it needs to come like 100%. It takes so much time.
Got it.
So it literally after taking like training from you, it also take like 2 months I think to reach
Easy. Mm, mm,
my LinkedIn profile actually.
mm.
So that is the one which helped me, like through my post now, someone like would believe me. Like when I ask for referrals now, they would actually listen to my words actually, firstly.
Got it.
So that is the thing which helped me.
Got it.
And even the jobs which I have applied through LinkedIn also with that resume,
Yes.
I got like shortlisted for the interviews. Before that also I used to do, but my resume, as I said, my resume was not good. It
Got it.
was like I mostly got like unfortunately mails only that we are not interested.
Automatical rejection mails you'll get.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Okay. But in this today's call, right? In this today's podcast, I wanted to address one important concern, okay, which most people have. So everybody who watches this podcast, like you, right? You watch Mother Mohan podcast, like, oh, this is very good. I'll also get hike and everything. But reality is also not that easy, even though you take the
Mm.
help and everything. So now I want you to tell the numbers, honest numbers to the audience who is watching this. So even though you started with the career coaching, you optimize your resume, you optimize your LinkedIn, you're getting interview calls and everything. But tell me the process. I think it took more than 90 days for you, right? It
More
took more
than
than 90
90
days,
days.
right? So I think, tell me how many number of jobs you have applied overall in the last 3 months? How many number of interviews given to get to this hike? Give me that number.
So I think I have approximately applied like 300 to 350 jobs through Naukari itself.
Good.
Uh,
Good.
so
Oh my God. Mm, mm,
from Naukari. And from LinkedIn, I have reached out through referrals. Like every day,
mm,
like at least weekly thrice, I would 3 days
mm,
I would keep, and at least for 10 people to 12 people, I would definitely send like referrals.
mm,
Even if it is not 5 days, I just take like 3 days compulsorily.
mm. Good.
So through these things also, I have reached out to so many people. I think at least I have sent that referrals to 250 people or 300 people who are like in my connections. I think I have sent it to all
Everybody.
the people, all
Uh.
the people. So after doing this much of things now, I only got like around, might be like a not nearly like 20 calls also I haven't got.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, from there, like somewhere like with the more experienced people they need, and somewhere like a location sort of
Mm, mm,
things.
mm,
So some interviews were like I was not able to give, and they also not preferred me with because of my experience.
mm.
So around basically I have given like overall 13 interviews.
13 interviews.
13 interviews I have given.
Uh,
Yes.
okay. So now my
So
question is 13 interviews you have given, right? So
mhm,
in 13 interviews, now you tell me, you already have 3 point plus year, 3 plus
three.
years of experience, 3.3 years of experience. You already worked in an MNC.
Mhm.
So you have given 13 interviews, right? So what is your opinion? Girish, experience is always far greater than technical skill sets. People will just see your experience, then they'll give you an offer letter. Or do you feel, Girish, along with experience, they expect you that kind of technical skills also to give you an offer letter? So is technical skill set more important than experience or vice versa? What is your opinion?
So, in my opinion, like technical skills are very much important,
Hmm.
because even if you are like less experienced, also, if you have technical skills good, they
Hmm.
would consider you.
Hmm.
Because experience doesn't give us the results what they
Yes.
expect, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
In my opinion, like technical skills are only important.
Hmm. Okay. So when you gave 13 interviews, right? So when you initially got rejected, obviously they'll say, right, you're not selected. Sorry to inform you and everything, right? So how did you feel at that time? And I think you got multiple rejections for a period of 1 month. It's not like you
Yes.
got like yes, no, and everything. Like outright rejections you got. I believe that you got like 5, 6 rejections in a single month, right? So at that
Hmm.
point of time, what did you tell to yourself? Hey, okay, it's fine. Like you already have an experience, right? That is also a problem because you are getting rejected after experience also. So what
Yes.
did you feel that time, and what did you tell to yourself to come out of this and restart the job search journey again and kept you forward?
So actually, firstly, like when my happiest moment is that I was getting calls, because when I when I have been rejected in my first and second interviews, frankly speaking, I was not sad actually.
Mm,
Okay, at least I was getting chances to
mm,
interview.
mm, 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 mm,
Even I know, like I was starting after like 3 years giving interviews. So first interview and second interview, it might be hard.
mm,
It is like
mm.
all the people will not be able to clear it in first round, first interview only, right? So I thought like, okay, let
Good.
it be like at least you have
Mm,
forwarded like one step.
mm,
So after that I was fine, but when it got like 2 to 3 interview rejection, like a fourth interview, fifth interview rejection,
mm,
obviously any person will be like sad when they see that results.
mm,
So I am also the same thing actually. I am also the same phase,
mm,
and there is like nothing we can do. Like right, I have been worried for that, but
mm.
after that I realized like if you are having technical skills good, no, then there would be like
Good.
no phase like this, right? So I just instead of bothering about that, I just came like, okay, anyway we have come into that.
Mm,
So you need to get out of it, and I have no other option also. I
mm,
need to get out. So
mm.
I used to push myself like whenever like okay, no issues, like every day you try to learn like one topic new, so that now
Mm,
you will be having idea like what are the things we need to learn actually in Salesforce, what are the main topics they were asking. So
mm,
I focused on that instead of that rejection sort of
mm,
thing.
mm, mm,
I
mm.
just focused why I was rejected or on which topics I was rejected.
So rather than taking the rejection personally, you took it like, okay, fine, I'm getting rejected because of lack of a technical skill. Let me learn the certification or let me do the skill part and I can come back to that. Correct?
Yes.
Okay, got it. But I'm pretty sure that there will be a phase where you decided like, nothing is happening, let's quit. It's not happening. That person is getting offer. This person is getting offer. I'm doing everything what Girish is telling, but I'm not getting an offer. So at this phase, right? So what help you got from my side, from my team, where we did the coaching and everything, which again brought you back on the track, and how did it actually help you?
Yeah. So in this point, I actually want to say there are like in my journey, I have experienced every stage.
Mm,
Not getting calls I have faced, and first round of clearing interviews, like I have so much struggled. And
mm.
after clearing second round also, I got rejected in client round also. So at
Oh,
every start, at every stage
in
now I have
the-
faced rejections.
Mm, mm,
So at first I was not that much demotivated because okay, it went first only. So the uh, I used to forget it easily.
got it.
But when it went to move like second
Thank
round,
you.
then I was rejecting.
Mm.
That was the phase I was so much worried. And by that time, na, the time is also increasing for me.
Yeah.
That is also one pressure in my head actually.
Mm,
So then I used to tell, like in calls also, I used to say, Gireesh, this like this, it went like this. So actually, there is a little bit of fear in myself, like
mm,
how can I achieve that target actually. So
mm,
when I discussed with you, you used to say like, because you have seen so many people
mm,
like me, right? So you
mm,
just talked about the other candidates, like whoever faced. So
mm.
when I see this broadcast also, every people is like whoever given the podcast now, all they're like same with my background only, right? So okay, even it might take time, but I
Mm.
would be able to achieve. And sometimes like even we are motivated, also like there needs to be some external push for us.
Yes. Yeah.
That would help that person to get out.
Good, good. I think what you said is very important point. Like, see, everybody who are seeing on the podcast also gone through the same cycle. They get
Mhm.
rejected. They're like, no, no, nothing is happening, and again, you get the whole process and everything. Correct. Good.
Yes.
Now, if you wanted to tell, for example, right, you did everything by yourself at the starting. Completely, you
Mhm.
did like 300 jobs, not getting calls. Then you also worked with me for 3 months. There also you took time. So basically, Sindhu, you have done everything by yourself at the starting. You applied for 120 jobs, got one interview scheduled. Then again, you worked with me where you have given 13 interviews, got crazy calls, did everything, right? So,
Mhm.
what is that advice you want to give to people who said, everything is available on YouTube? No, I can get data resume on YouTube. I can type what is the top 10 Salesforce developer questions on LWC. I'll get everything. So, then what is the point of working with a coach separately and spending that amount of time, energy, and investment over there? So, what do you suggest with the people who say that, Girish, I can do everything by myself? Why to take a coach?
Okay, in that words, I would agree up to like 30 to 40% with that. Yes, you would be getting everything from YouTube nowadays.
Mm,
But I just want to give a point, like you know, like you need to give you need to ask for referrals, all the things you know. and
Yes.
we will be following that templates, all the things you will be having in YouTube as well as like Instagram. Also now we are getting all the templates.
Tips and
So
technique. Mm.
yeah, you will be getting. But what why career coaching is important, I
Mm,
believe, is like
mm,
we know only for asking referrals.
mm, mm,
We'll
mm,
be pinning them like once in a while, like messaging them.
mm,
But
mm.
we don't have that idea like to follow up on them, or else like to ask for multiple times actually. Like
Yes.
that Instagram or YouTube tells to ask only for referrals. But after that, like how to build the conversations, or else like how we need to make like interactions within like
A real time
mutually.
basis, according to the situation,
Huh.
according to the people, and everything.
Yes. So that where like it is important, I say like career coaching,
Mm.
and even like LinkedIn optimization, all these things also, which were a bit difficult for yourself to do,
Good.
because the applications which we have used
Mm.
might be like, because I don't know, from my experience, I don't know actually that Canva app on all those things.
Mhm, mhm, mhm,
um, Even for uploading of resume also we use like high snap, all those things. I
mhm,
don't know actually, I don't have any idea about that.
mhm,
When I
mhm.
have entered into this, I come to know, okay, like these apps will be there.
Structured.
Huh.
Yeah.
We can do this type of referral sort of things also to get into job sort
Got
of things.
got
Even
it.
like without Naukari also we can get the jobs using referrals.
Yes.
So that's what I believe, that these are some, there will be like something new to learn here actually
Got it.
by career coaching.
Good one. Good one. Now, let me ask one important question. So, there is a whole concept of ghosting by the recruiters.
Mhm.
Okay, everybody will come and cry, Gireesh, I've done first round of interview, second round of interview. After second round, suddenly HR is not picking my calls. They're not responding to my messages. So in this process, I always tell you to do follow up, right?
Mhm.
So according to your experience, how important is to drop the follow up mails or regularly following with the recruiter, even though they're ghosting you, they're not responding immediately. So tell me your experience of this with all these 13 interviews, because you have given 13 interviews.
Mhm. Actually, I have faced these type of issues with my interviews. So some people, there will be like types of people also in this. Like some people will just say on face like you are rejected through that mail. That is like first type, which is like where, in my opinion, it is like far good than others,
That goes.
because they are telling on face so that it will be done. But some people will be there. Even if you call, they don't pick up. Even
Yes.
if you mail, they don't give any response.
Mm.
Or like with that people now, okay, we will forget within like within 1 week we'll follow up, and they are like not responding, we'll be
Believe
leaving
me.
that also.
Correct.
But some people will be there, which I have recently only experienced, even now also I'm experiencing.
Mm.
Candidate will lift the call and they will take, even I have given that interview like 10 days
Mm.
from that day to this day, they are not telling whether I got selected or not. Huh. They would be asking only name of the interviewer, like who has interviewed you, and when was your interview. Actually, that pupil might forget about my feedback also. That
Yeah.
interview, who the person has interviewed.
Mm. Mm.
So result is like not finalized whether you are selected or not.
Mm.
And some people will say, I'll update you, I'll update you, I'll update you.
They'll keep in the loop. They'll keep in the
Yeah,
loop. Mm.
that update is like not yet happened. So in my in my case, I have faced this type of
Then
uh,
why it is very important to follow up? Why should we drop that follow up mail? Why should we drop that follow up message if they don't care? Why it is important?
so why it is important is like, in some cases, like nowadays, like the process is like that, they are like not approaching. But there would be some scenarios like, if you do that follow up now,
Mm.
some people will reply back to you, so that that will get done at that
Mm.
moment.
Correct.
Even if you are like, they were like not able to respond also, it is like some sort of, what do you say, like way to express our thing,
Mm.
gratitude actually.
Mm.
Even
Mm.
if it is, they have spent some time to interview us and we have spent some time
Basically, it is
to, yeah,
showing them that you have interest in the job in a very subtle
yes,
manner rather than being like
man,
very needy, I want the job kind of a space.
yes, just by dropping one mail na, it would make them like positive impression, I can say.
Got it. Got it. Super. So last before we end up, I have two more questions. I think beautifully because the reason I've asked you this ghosting question is a lot of people take it personally. They're rejecting me. They're not answering my calls, and they keep in that loop again and again. Right. So it's better to build more options because, as you said, hiring system is designed in such a way that
Mhm.
these things will happen. So you can't change the whole hiring system for one person. Okay. Good. So Sindhu, you just told me that you have done. You have 3.2 years of experience in Capgemini, right?
Mhm.
So if you want to give a person who is watching this video who is working in a service based company,
Mhm.
right? One suggestion, or after one suggestion, but before the suggestion, you should also tell them the mistake which you have done in your career while working in a service based company, which other people should not do. What would be that?
So I would say if you are in a project doing the things, firstly, because when we will be joining as a freshers, we are like as a fresher when you join the organizations now, we don't have that much idea upon the skills actually. Whatever the work we are doing, we are not having that much awareness.
Correct.
So which I have done also is the same mistake, because I have entered into like support role, and then like some development tasks I used to do in such a way it went. So after entering, you want to realize the things like what I am doing, like why it is useful, because sometimes we do the things blindly. Even I
Correct.
have done that.
Yes.
Like what is that, I'm whether I am a developer, I'm a tester, or like I'm a support person, you need to know the difference
Rules.
between them.
Mm, mm,
What you are interested in, so that now you would get one clarity
mm,
instead of why, because there is like no option for freshers to select we want to go to development, we want to go to support, like that.
mm,
They
mm.
would take us like wherever the vacancies are in the project.
Got it.
So firstly, before entering only, you just choose it wisely, I will say.
Mm,
Because whether you are interested in development, na, even it is difficult at that point of time, you should move if you are interested in development.
mm.
uh, so that is the one I have realized. You
Okay.
should have minimum basic idea on
Clarity
the
on
things
what is
which you are
the
doing.
role I'm doing
Huh.
for, whether the
Yes.
role mentioned on the offer letter is the same as what I'm doing or it's different.
Huh.
Okay.
Is it like what we can do? Huh. And the next point is like, if you find yourself like without project for some days or some weeks, it's better to improve your skills and start looking out.
Good.
Because for some people it might work. After 1 month they would get into project, that would be good. But in service based organizations, like more than 2 months, if you are on bench, no, there would be some push also from external, from our HRs or some sort of things, to get into project in such a way.
Mm,
So if you are facing that issues like more than 1 month now, it's better to make yourself ready to go out, or to go out actually. Prepare on your technical skills. If it is, if you are lucky, now you'll get out. If you are not that good, now you'll just enter into another project from that organization.
got it.
Anywhere learning will be useful for you in both the ways.
Got it.
Yeah, these are the 2 points.
So beautifully put. Last one question before you wind up. So there are a lot of Salesforce developers who comes to me for my career coaching services, right? So I always wondered, like Salesforce is, I think it's a very old company as well. It's a 20
Yes,
plus years old,
25 plus
25
years.
plus years old company, right? So what do you suggest a fresher who is just starting right now? Can he consider Salesforce development as a proper career? Like, what do you see the future of Salesforce development in the next 5 years? And do you suggest a fresher to join this domain to build their career?
Yes, I would suggest, because as we know, like Salesforce is very much vast,
Mm,
and now it has entered into like Agent Force and
yes.
Einstein Copilot, all these things like which are combining with AI actually.
Yes.
So it is like good career, I can say.
Mhm.
But those freshers who want to start now, yes, it is good option for them to select Salesforce as their career actually.
Mm.
And knowing the trending technologies, because even if you learn like admin skills, all the things,
Ah,
now
ah,
then that importance will be given to AI sort of learnings actually.
got it.
Even for experienced people also, they are asking if you have any idea about AI sort things.
Yes.
So with these skills, along with that, na, the trending skills, if you know, na, the future will be, yeah, bright
So basically,
actually.
on the upcoming trending AI agent certifications of Salesforce, all this automation stuff and everything. If you learn, it will be a very good amount of career in the future.
Yes.
Great. Super. Fine, Sindhu. I think I'm pretty much done with the questions. Okay. It's been great working with you. Okay. So, okay, before we wind up, I want to tell you one thing about you also. See, everybody who once comes with me, who joins the program of career coaching of mine, they wants to get big packages. They want to get everything. But nobody has the patience to go through all the process, right?
Hmm.
As you rightly said, as you have gone through you have seen a person going through the process, they got the result.
Hmm.
Now you have already gone through the process, you got the result, right?
Yes.
So now you are at 80 plus percentage of hike as an MNC. Now tell me, what is the next hike you're targeting? Let's say next time you want to move a new organization. Now you know all the techniques, all the process, right? Now you know what mistakes you have done, right? So what is the target you're aiming for the next upcoming hikes?
So obviously now I was restricted to one because of my plans actually,
Mm,
as it is like immediate joining and all
mm,
the things.
mm,
So next time I would be actually aware of that things so
mm.
that now I would try at least for 120 to 150% of high,
Yes.
because now I am like 3 years experienced whom I got like this much of hike.
Got
So
it.
next time I would be expecting a bit more because I
Mm,
know the things, how to process the things, how
mm,
to
mm,
do all
mm,
the research and all the things.
mm, mm,
So
mm,
I would be improving my technical skills. That
mm.
is like which is very important.
Got it.
Along with that, I have learned all the things like salary negotiation sort of things, all the things. So I would not be convinced to less salary actually
Got it.
with my experience, because I have gone through all the things which you have discussed, like salary negotiation, all these topics. So
Mm-hmm.
I would be having once, if we know once the things, we would be able to apply it throughout our life, right? So that's how it happens. Yeah.
Got it. Got it. So, Sindhu, last one question I would love to ask you, right? So all the people who say market is bad, no hike
Mhm.
will come, nobody will give you above 40% hike. What is that you want to tell to them?
Yeah. Before 4 months back, I was also in that situation only. So, yeah. But as we know, like for moving, who are having technical skills and who are having like
Mm.
good skill, good right amount of skills and resume, all the people like, if it is not now in your podcast only, you have uh, posted like 4 to 5
Yes.
in
Mm.
the recent time only. If it is not there, the market is very low, then how would the people land
Got it.
into their jobs? So market is always good. It might be a bit dull, but not completely
Right up.
off.
Got it.
Mhm.
Got it. So basically, the whole podcast of the Essence podcast is skills is greater than
Yes.
everything. So if you have good skills, market is ready to pay you. Can I put it that way? Yes.
Yes.
Oh, fine, guys. I hope this podcast you have got enough amount of value today, and podcast has been done to inspire you and show you the ground reality, not only the percentage of hike, but also the journey you have to go through to learn all these things and do all these things. And I wish you all the best for your future, Sindhu. Okay.
Yeah. Thank
It's been a pleasure
thank
working with you, and I hope this story inspires a lot of other people, help other people from your Salesforce community also to get better opportunities as well. Okay, cool.
you.
Fine, Sindhu. Thank you so much. Fine, guys. With that being said, we'll meet in the next podcast with one more success story, which will going to inspire you to take action. Bye bye.